What's up, guys? Coach Garner from HockeyTraining.com here. And what I want to talk about today is 4 reasons why you might not be progressing with your athletic development or physique goals in the gym. Number one is you have to eat like an athlete in order to perform like an athlete, okay? You cannot eat like the general population if you want to perform on the ice better than the general population. There is a direct correlation between how good your diet is and how good your physique is, but also how you're going to perform out on the ice. Diet is absolutely key for athletic performance in any sport. And it's not just about eating healthy or eating clean because different sports burn different energy substrates. So you have to actually not just eat healthy. Eating healthy is a great thing, but you do have to eat for your sport as well. That's why every athlete that works with me, I do full meal plan design. It's something that's very important that needs to be a priority within your life if being a good hockey player and having a great physique is something that you want to accomplish, which it should be. Okay, that's why I've wrote tons of blogs on it and done tons of videos on it because it is just as vital as the training, which leads me into number 2, the actual training. It sounds obvious, right? But you need to train like a hockey player in order to have maximal transfer between the gym and the ice. A lot of guys come to me and they'll wonder why their speed's not improving out on the ice, or why their shot power isn't getting any better, or why they're easily knocked off the puck in the corners, and they're not actually training like hockey players. They're training for like a bodybuilding program in a magazine or a powerlifting system that they picked up, or they're just going to the school gym with their buddies at lunch or after school and doing what they're doing. This is great, don't get me wrong, but general fitness programs lead to general results. Hockey-specific programs, on the other hand, lead to hockey-specific results. So there's an entire science behind sports training that textbooks have been written on. It's a huge world in and of itself. So if you want to perform better out on the ice, you should be training that way in the gym. Okay? So that's number 1 and 2. Number 3 is your sleep. So number 1 and 2, they seem obvious to a lot of people because you talk training and nutrition. A lot of people don't know sleep is equally as pivotal. Sleep governs major things in the body, and there's not anything in the body that you can't connect to sleep. When you improve your sleep, you're going to improve your performance, but you're also going to improve your physique as well. Sleep governs very, very important things relevant to hockey athletes, like blood glucose control, endocrine homeostasis, with important things like testosterone production, which is important for men, but also you ladies as well, growth hormone regulation, immune system function, and also your respiratory exchange ratio, something that's very important and is a lot to cover, but I'm not going to cover it in its depth right now, is your respiratory exchange ratio. So, in a nutshell, scientists can determine whether you're burning a lot of your energy substrates from fatty tissue or lean tissue. And this is directly correlated to how much sleep you get at night. Research has been shown that 5.5 hours or less per night of sleep, you're going to burn a lot more lean tissue for energy, which means muscle mass and glycogen, as opposed to fatty tissue. And the people who got a lot more than 5.5 hours of sleep per night progressively, linearly, also burned a lot more fatty tissue that day for energy as well. This is very important to care about because the average hockey athlete's BMR is going to be anywhere from 1,500 up to in the 3,000s typically. And if we can get a lot of that BMR coming from fatty tissue as opposed to glycogen and lean tissue, that is much, much better for your physique, but also your performance and your long-term career longevity. Number 4. So, we've talked about nutrition, training, and sleep. Huge factors that could be very long videos in and of themselves. But number 4 is one a lot of people don't actually think about. And it's the quality of your training partners. You want people there pushing you. You don't want to be setting your own standard every single time. You can be very good that way, but you're not going to be great that way. A good analogy for this is actually the shipment of fish, okay? They actually ship cod from Alaska all the way to Japan, and they keep the cod in these vats in boats. And by the time the cod actually got all the way from Alaska to Japan, it was been lifeless. It hasn't been moving a lot, so therefore it lost its texture and it lost a lot of its flavor by the time it got to Japan, because it was just a lifeless thing sitting in a vat. It was alive, but it was doing jack shit. How did they solve this problem? Well, they threw a couple catfish in the vats with the cod. Why? Because catfish are going to nip at those cods and keep them alive and keep them moving. You got something nipping at your fins, they kept that cod moving the entire way from Alaska all the way to Japan. What happened by the time it got to Japan? The cod had the texture and it had its flavoring. You need a catfish with you there in the gym and on the ice to be nipping at your fins and making sure that you're moving and pushing yourself to a new level. When you go to the gym day in and day out and set your own standard, people get stuck at a 500-pound deadlift because, you know, they're not being pushed hard enough after that. They get stuck at a 4 or 5 squat. They get stuck at a 300-pound bench press. These are numbers that are typically just thrown out there. Then people think that that's the potential that they have. When if you get that out of your mind and you're training with the right people, you're going to push yourself far beyond what you thought you could do, and you're going to make progress way faster with your athletic performance, but also your strength and your physique. Thanks a lot for watching, guys.
Thanks for watching our hockey training video. If you like this video, make sure you click the like or the thumbs up button on YouTube so we know to keep making videos like this. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you want a free hockey training workout, click on the link in the description below.